let's get awkward, shall we? After your partner comes inside of you and you're kind of just left there with that gooey puddle that oozes out of you and takes its fucking time.
I'll take your word for it.
What? Yeah, it sucks too when you fuck and then you're like, oh shit, I gotta go to the grocery store or something, and then you put on your pants and then you head out and you're halfway down the bread aisle and you're like, oh.
She scores. I'm all about that. Enhances my entire action, though. I mean, really.
What do you mean? Oh, that that it sticks with me for a while. That it decides to just come out and run down your leg.
Sure.
Because I don't usually wear underwear.
That's part of it.
So it's just like
you got to sit in it now.
Yeah, and then I've got a fucking snail trail going on in the crotch of my jeans, and it's just like, ew.
Yeah, it's a lasting memory. Not as permanent as like a tattoo, but it goes away pretty soon, I think.
But if my shirt's not long enough, then I got like a wet spot in the crotch, and it looks like I just got really uber excited over the price of mangoes.
These are all you problems. I just want to get off on the fact that it's dripping out of you, really. I mean, that's, why are you shitting on my wishes here? What's going on?
Sorry. Well, what this thing is... it's the dripstick, and what you do, it's a medical grade sponge that you shove up your pussy, gently swirl it around, and then remove the stick. No more drips.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a cum sponge. Well, that's what it is. It's a cum sponge.
Okay. It seems to me that the whole removal of said sponge and disposal of, what are you doing with that? First of all, you're not flushing it down that toilet. Take it from a plumber, unless you just feel like spending money. I am sure that's not going to go well. That's professional advice there, really.
Dude, you could freeze them, put them in individual baggies, freeze them, and then you can
give them away to fans.
Freezer pops.
And just give them away to fans. There you go. Oh,
I'm sure that the one dude who wants to finger me after you come in me would be like, this is the coolest thing ever.
No, you have a point. However, I would have to rest with the knowledge that I have about a baker's dozen cum sponges in my freezer waiting to go out to various destinations. Honey, come on. You got to drop another load. We got another order.
Yep. Oh, gross. I mean, I don't know. But then here's the problem. Someone could then use that as your DNA, and they could either get themselves pregnant if it was kind of in a certain frozen, like it made them dormant, like they do at sperm banks.
Okay.
So that when they're ready to go, they could just take out the pop, defrost it, shove it in.
Well, except
they could have an SC spawn.
Except for the fact that, we have broadcasted the fact that this is what we were going to do, and it would be easily provable that I have a freezer full of sponges. Like, how did your cum get there? Well, I sell these things. What are you talking about? These are fucking things. I sell cum pops. I mean, that's what they are.
And I used to have lollipops that I shoved up my pussy that I sold.
Mm-hmm.
So, and people did buy them.
Extra yeasty. It seems like
just for that week.
Just for that week.
You got to get right after I was done, because then it was like strawberry. Then you're like, oh.
My dick is really sticky, and it's not in a very good way. It's a different stick. I don't like it.
I don't like that.
It's like a hard sticky, like adhesive.
Oh.
I'm not into it.
It's Jolly Ranchers now sad.
Yeah, but now, with a freezer full of cum pops, I mean, imagine you have some sort of a raid, the postal service is coming for you for selling cum pops across state lines or whatever it is.
International cum pops.
Yeah, no, the SWAT team has to come in and raid a freezer full of cum sponge.
Well, I mean, they're all individually wrapped, so I guess what does it matter?
Now, are they individually wrapped? Do we know this? I don't know how we're keeping it yet.
Well, I would say wrap it up, to keep it fresh, so you don't get someone else's personal cum pop.
They just taste like the freezer. That's all. It's like freezer food.
Do you think that the freezer would actually improve the taste of jizz? I mean,
no, it would not.
exactly. Do you think it could make it worse?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
How many loads have you taken to the throat?
That's a huh?
Yeah.
What?
How many dicks have you necked? I mean, because it's like, how much cum have you tried?
That seems like a very personal question, really. Seems like you're being very invasive.
I like tacos and burritos.